good.
Yeah, can you type your OPGG in the VOD and we'll just jump right in then. Let's take
Yeah.
a look.
And then show that one.
Yep. All right, so let me share my screen and get the notes open here. All right, so basically just a recap. The last session we had, you ended up actually, looks like you climbed a lot, right? You peaked high, like
I was like Diamond 3.
midway through Diamond 3, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess in between that, tell me kind of like, give me a little bit of a rundown of what's kind of happened here.
I don't know, man. Scroll down and look. It's
Okay.
bad.
Okay.
I've used a lot. No,
Mm.
like I
Mm.
lost like 16 games in a row,
Mm.
and I
Oh
went
wow.
like
Okay.
I literally won like actually like so bad. There's your
Interesting.
thumbnail, but um,
Yeah, definitely.
I literally lost like 20 of 23 games. I
Right.
don't know. I don't know what. I mean, obviously, tilt was probably a little bit. I don't think I was tilted, but
Mm.
I mean, obviously, probably was a little bit,
Right.
but um,
Fascinating.
yeah, like that's crazy. Um, I don't know. I don't know what I was really doing. I had questions anyways, like regardless of that lined up anyways. I was gonna ask
Yeah, sure.
from the squad anyways.
Yeah.
Um,
Interesting. Hmm. Yeah, so typically the first thing that I know, so whenever this is happening, this is usually a sign that the student is trying to, so like even if you're not tilted, if I see this many losses in a row, you're probably subconsciously
yeah.
trying to play, you're playing differently without realizing it, basically, right? It's
Mhm.
not even tilt play. It's more like, okay, well, I'm losing. Something must be going wrong, right? And then you change, you tweak a few things, and then it's a negative feedback loop because then something goes wrong then, and then you tweak a few more things, and then it goes wrong. You tweak a few more things, it goes wrong, and then all of a sudden you're not even playing like Ari how Ari should be played, right? So what I'm gonna be looking for today is like, are we hitting our like core fundamentals to Ari and like core mid lane fundamentals? Does that make sense? That's
Yeah.
what I'm gonna be looking for today in your games because in order to lose this many games, that would mean that something like that is probably happening. It looks like you're a
Like,
very streaky player, so that is probably aligned with that too. But do you have any
yeah, I
comments
think a
or?
lot of it came with like
Mm,
I don't know. I don't know if I don't feel like I was checked out, but I think I was like low key
mm,
kind of checked out. Maybe I don't know.
yeah,
Like not checked out, but like you know what I mean. It's like I'm never
yeah.
gonna win, man. Like even when we're winning the game,
Yeah,
like
I know
it's
what you
like we
mean. Like in
lost.
the back of your mind, you're like, "Am I ever get like all this
And then
work just to win one game?"
now
Yeah.
I'm at, like, I don't mean to like now I'm on the I feel like I don't know.
Mm,
Like my teammates are not as like I feel like I'm getting trolled in so many games,
mm,
man. Like I don't know if that's hope, and it totally is because if you're
yeah.
on this, you're winning every game. I get
Yeah.
it, but man, it sucks.
Yeah, like I said, it's a feedback loop because you're probably feeling really good. You're really focused at the super high elo games, right, that you're playing in. Then you had a bit of a loss streak, and you're changing the way you play. And then also the game quality feels lower, which causes you to make different decisions. Like you know what I mean? Like it kind of like
Hundred
feeds into
percent.
itself. Yeah.
You feel the difference. Like I don't know,
Yes, you
you
will.
feel the
Yeah,
difference
you
in those
will.
diamond games, dude. Like
Yeah.
it's like nobody quits too, which I love, and everybody in my elo now is just like throwing it up. It's like so
Yeah.
annoying. I mean, I say that this is where I
Yeah.
belong. I get it. I'm not trying to say I'm better than where I am, but
Yeah.
man, it's tilting.
Yeah. Definitely. We'll take a look. Okay. So perfect. So yeah, let's just jump right in. All right. So we're against Twisted Fates. They have a Vi, and yeah, I mean, I would say that the biggest thing when you think about this game is how can we play with a key carry here, right? So the first thing I would look at is that both of your side lanes are very volatile, right? Aatrox is obviously a bruiser, so he needs some sort of lead in order to get shit done, right? Aatrox is one of those feast or famine champs. Same with Caitlyn, right? Now on the bright side, you do have a Jarvan, right? And Jarvan and you are going to be, the ones making plays. So I'd already kind of like we covered last time is I would be thinking about, okay, what's my Jarvan going to be doing, right? And which side lane he's going to be playing towards, and how can I get one of my side laners really, really strong, right? While of course not sacrificing my own CS, right? That would be my like
I
high
think,
level thought process, right?
yeah, and I think like one thing I've been really struggling with too, I was
Mm,
gonna say, is I don't know. I feel like I'm maybe not roaming. Like I dead
okay.
ass don't think I've actually like
Mm,
ganked bot in like probably
mm.
like 30, 40 game. I don't think I've ever rotated bot or like rarely top as well too. And
Interesting.
I think that's not great by me
Mm.
necessarily. Like I try to mob with my jungle when I can, but I think I'm still too focused on CS. I don't know.
Yeah, and as a follow up question, are you getting leads in your lane when you're feeling this? Like, are you able to?
When I was
Just,
feeling it, yeah, like recently,
mm,
not so much, and I think
okay.
that's the confidence kind of like this is a
Right.
little bit of an older VOD, but I thought this was a good example of another
Okay.
game where
Right.
I kind of was wondering what I don't
So
know.
okay. So the biggest thing I'm noticing is one of the core fundamentals that you're already missing out on is it's gonna sound simple, but it's really important. Is trading on last hits. Okay. So let's just reframe
Yeah,
it. Right here. So he's pulled up his card, but he's going to have to trade on a last hit here, right? So what I would say here is the second he walks up with his card, boom, you should be stepping forward because think about it, okay? Let's say he red cards you there and you auto W him. That's still worth because he loses his minion, right? But if he goes for the card here, then you get a free trade. You see what I mean? So I would already be eyeing
yeah,
that minion, and I would be kind of steps forward right here, ready to trade on that last hit. You see what I'm saying?
yeah.
So I would say that's already something really, really important. It's like I want to make sure like you should be very, very be intentional with when you walk up and trade versus not, right? I think the specific is like look at your low HP minions and time your positioning and trade with last hits, right? Because this is just a free trading window you just missed, right? He just wasted his card and he had the farm, right? You could have destroyed him here with electrocute. You see that?
Yeah.
And getting these small ones is really, really important on Ari because, um, again, Ari's a champ where you want to, use your lead to impact the map, right? And also Ari's just really strong when you have a lot of gold. So,
Yeah, when you're
getting
when
small,
you're rolling, you can just cue the wave. You're just able to
yeah.
do whatever the fuck you want.
So
Yeah,
like
I
this
feel you.
here, I really dislike this. Why do you think I dislike pushing this?
Because their jungler could gank the fuck out of me, probably.
Yeah, so that's first thing. Yeah, you're very vulnerable to ganks. But in terms of your raw lane 1v1, why do you think this isn't great?
I don't know. Can I tell you why I'm not just hoping.
Yeah,
I dead ass remember this. Like I
yeah.
think that I'm trying to push this wave because look where my Jarvan is right now, and I'm thinking like if they make a play on him, I want to be able to move to it. Is that trolling?
No, that's a fine view. But how about let's look at it the other way around, okay? Let's say they don't collapse on Jarvan. Let's say you knew for sure they weren't going to collapse on Jarvan. How would you play this?
Just be last hitting. I'm probably pushing it into his like setting up the bet
Yeah.
wave
So
poorly. I don't know.
so yeah, exactly. So something really important in League is that you number one, the reason why people base on cannons because the opponent doesn't respond properly. Okay, whenever you're on a cannon wave, the best way to punish the enemy is to not push it
Yeah,
because
yeah.
the cannon minion wave does so much DPS that they lose way more minions. So remember, your job is like this is the best analogy I can give you. Think of like an airplane mask analogy. Okay, what's the first thing people they say when you get on an airplane? Well, what is one of the first
I
things they say?
forget.
Right?
I don't know.
They say put on your mask before you help someone else in case of emergency.
Yeah.
Right? So we're gonna apply the same thing to League. Okay? So this situation, right? Like you need to make sure you are in a happy spot before you start helping other people. So when I look at this from just an objective 1v1 lens right now, you don't have like the game just fucking started, right? You don't have a lead, obviously. So I want to be trying to like push a move right now, right? Or push to punish the twist of fate. What you should be doing is maximize your own resources. So the wave is pushing out into you, right? Twist of fate's low. You can create a beautiful freeze here, or you can create a beautiful two-stack wave while denying him farm, right? But because you see the Jarvan like invading, you're like panicking, trying to help him, but you're not even in a position right now. Right? If we go back to the plane analogy, you haven't put on your own mask. You haven't actually gotten strong yourself yet. So I wouldn't give a fuck about what's happening on the map right now. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I hear you. Like
So
if he were to get like collapse on, like, am I not roaming then? You're saying
yeah, I
probably.
would just stay mid and deny Twist of Fate 4 or 5 minions. That's totally fine, right?
Okay.
So don't push, don't one wave crash cannon minions early game, right? I would say pre-6, pre-9, right? 2-wave stack at minimum. Yeah, I would say 2-wave stack or hold wave.
Like, do I have to be able to like push that shit out like pretty fucking like? Let's say for example, sometimes I think about it like, can I push this shit out or not? Most of the time,
Yeah.
it's probably not, right? Like unless I have a lot of items, right?
Yeah.
You know
Yeah,
what I
so
mean?
I'll show you an example of a cannon wave. Here's a great example, okay? So I push Galio out of lane, right? I get him to 1 HP. Look at this wave here. It's a cannon wave, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of people would push because Galio's in base, right? No, the best thing you could do on a cannon wave is either match the base or you last hit. So if I was really healthy, I would stay here and last hit it. Wave comes back out to me, I'm really happy, right? But
Even for
because
that tower plate that you could get potentially too.
yeah, because it takes so long to push cannons. This is the biggest bait ever, cannon waves,
Yeah.
because
Mm-hmm,
it takes
mm-hmm.
so long to kill cannon waves, and if you're pushing, they don't lose any minions because now their minions are dying, so they're not killing your minions. You see what I'm saying?
And
So
it fucks the wave too.
it
They'll
fucks
do
the
like a little
wave,
freeze. Yeah,
it
yeah.
fucks your own tempo. You don't deny them as much farm, so it fucks the entire game. So imagine if I push this, okay, and Galio TPs and freezes it, right? I'm fucked.
Yeah, you're cooked. Yeah.
I would have maybe gone the play, so the short term would have been good, and I would have fucked. But instead, I come back, I'm out 5 CS, waste frozen on my side. You see that?
Yeah, yeah.
So the biggest thing I see a lot as soon as make is they push cannon waves early game. Until you're level 9, I would never one wave push a cannon wave. You should wait until the next wave, then stack 2 waves in under turret at the same time. Or don't push
Yeah.
at all and you match the reset or whatever. You see what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So the problem is that you push and then like Twisted Fate comes by and now since you got the wave under turret, even though he's half HP, like you can't punish him. I want you to imagine the wave was right here. And he's at this HP and you got 2 pots. You would just zone him off of even getting minions. You see what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. That makes sense. He didn't even die.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, good. I like the neutral wave here. This is good. Yep, good. So why didn't you think I like this queue? Based on what we covered so far.
Right here.
Yeah. Why do you think
Mana.
this is a bad queue?
Mana.
Mana's 1. What else?
Fuck.
I'll give you hints.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
You see how even in the review you're not focusing on that? That's showing to me that you're not putting enough emphasis on timing your trades last hit. Timing your abilities last hits. You see what I mean?
Yes.
So that's a big goal I want to set you already when you're after the session. That's something really important I want you to focus on. You put way more mental energy on timing your abilities with last hits. Like right here, he's so fucking low, dude. Why are you using your spells on the wave, right? Walk up, sit right here, and if he tries the last hit, you just fuck him up. You see what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because you just burned all your spells on the wave, you're just giving him a free pass to play the game, right? And also now you have no mana, so you can't even kill this Vi. You could have killed that Vi, right? Imagine if you E-flash. Right? Imagine you didn't have mana to E-flash right here. And you ignite her. Okay, get Lost Chapter. Yeah, so I think, look, you didn't do a bad job of laning, right? You're up 9 CS or whatever, but I think you could have done a way better job given the lead you had over Twisted Fate in the early game. You see?
Yeah.
Get what I mean?
I hate playing TF. It's tough.
Right. Okay, you got to your Lost Chapter now. What do you think I'm going to say? Let's keep practicing it. What should we be looking for right now?
Yeah, I gotta be up there. Yeah, 100%.
Because you land 1 or 2 more Qs on this guy, and then you just all in him, right? Look at his fucking items. He's a piece of shit. He's cold
Not
Ruby
sure.
Crystal.
One Q might even kill him low key if I hit a charm and shit. And
Yeah,
goes.
1 Q and then into R all in, you might literally kill him. Look at his items. Yeah, so I don't like this. You're pushing way too much, right? So remember, when you're pushing, there should be a reason. There should always be a purpose to pushing, right? And so
I think again though, bro, I'm gonna say like a Jarvan's in their jungle is stressing about it, but yeah, I don't give a fuck, right?
yeah, you don't care. Remember, get yourself strong first. So what's interesting is that after our session, you went too much the other direction, which is good, right? That's good.
Yeah.
Before you were playing only for your 1v1, right? Then after our session, you were kind of probably doing a mix of both, right? While you were learning that concept, and then now you're too much the other direction.
I think I've been hyper focused on the jungler. That's probably why I've
Yeah,
been not winning lane as hard as I
yeah,
normally win
you're
lane
too
at
much
kind
the
of
other
60% of the
direction.
time.
Exactly,
Yeah, yeah.
exactly. So I think what we should be doing is like I would say is like again, get yourself strong first, and then push once you feel like you're good enough strong enough to impact the game, right? And I think so. What I really want what you to do is like if you want to push, like stack waves more, right? So what you want to do is always do two-wave crash. You know how to do that? When I say two-wave crash,
Not
okay.
I'm gonna say yes, but the answer is no.
Okay, so I'll talk. So let's say you want a two-wave crash on this wave. So what you're gonna do, okay, is this wave here. You're not going to touch with any spells. Okay, you're gonna walk up, stop this twist of fate from hitting the wave. Okay, that's what you're gonna do, and then you wait. You just last hit, last hit, last hit. Then when the next wave comes in 30 seconds, and it meets up, and then now you have two waves together, then you hard push. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
So that's how you do a two-wave crash, and that's how you want to be playing your waves early game as an Ahri, okay? So if you want to push, you do a two-wave crash. So what your mindset should be here is zone him off. You're level 6 to level 5. Don't let him even walk up to the wave. Zone him off of every minion. Try to time your spells with last hits. Wait for the next wave. Double push those waves, and then move, okay?
Yeah.
And that's what you're going to be doing until level 9, okay?
And am I spamming in his fucking Zyra out of here or what? It looks like he's trying to make a play with me, but
Yeah, well, the reason why it doesn't work is because you're pushing, right? If you're if you're just sitting right here, right? Imagine you're standing right here, zoning this guy, and he has to move down because he's scared of you all in. You're pushing him right into Zyra, and then you guys can all in him together. You see?
yeah, I think we kill him here anyways, but yeah, by accident.
Yeah. And so the problem is that because your mindset is to play a push, you just literally miss the opportunity to just kill that guy, right?
Dude, I'm pushing every. Now that you say this shit, I'm thinking about like all my other games. I think I'm pushing
That's probably
everything
why
for
you're
no
yeah,
reason.
yeah. And so it's fine to do after a certain point as Ari, but again, you want to get yourself strong first. League is a game where because you're the common factor, you need to be strong first before anyone else on your team, right? Because if you're doing this is just handshaking with your late laner, right? So you want to be doing how you're doing if you're behind, okay? Let's say the early game goes bad, you start off 0-1 or 0-2, or let's say you're playing against some really OP laning champion. I think how you're playing is fine, right? So let's just open your OPGG real quick. I'm actually curious to see your to see your wins. So so you know what's so funny? If we look at this, a lot of your wins are against the hard champions to win lane against. You notice that?
Syndra,
Look at
Yasuo.
this,
I don't know how the fuck I won that action game. That's kind of crazy.
right? So look at these, right? And I'm noticing that some of these easier lanes you're just losing, right? I don't think Liz is actually a hard lane. She counters you mid game, but Liz doesn't beat you in lane. Same with like Xerath. So like, these should be wins, but so like you're winning the games against hard matchups, but losing the games against easy matchups. Sorry, not Zoe. Xerath though, and Liz and stuff.
No, no, yeah, I hear you.
And I think it's because you're playing the same way every game, right? I think if you're in a losing matchup, playing to push makes a lot more sense because you don't want to interact with them, right? But when you're like shitting on this twist of fate the whole time, you should maintain your lead, right? Keep the wave in the middle, fuck them up with trades. Then after you get fed and like you're up 20, 30 CS, then you push and move. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I wonder if I'm kind of stressing about this TF ever having the opportunity to like roam on the map.
He,
Though that's another thing I
he,
was a little scared of. Is all
yeah, so you don't need to worry about that if he's low, right? Think about it. Like if you chunk him
true.
and he's at
Yeah, true.
30%, how is he gonna ult? Right? He's just gonna
Yeah,
fucking
true.
die,
That's true. That's
right?
facts. Yeah.
So it's funny because you were scared of that, you're actually going to allow him to do it because you gave him these resets, you didn't put him far enough behind, and now he's so tanky, right? Then now he can roam because you're not going to be able to chunk him anymore. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's facts. Yeah.
But you should have been bullying the fuck out of him when he had a coal and a ruby crystal and you had lost chapter. So I'd say that's another thing. It's like I would say like push more in losing matchups or when you're behind. So you be more dynamic about it. Like if you are behind yourself, like even if you're in an easy matchup, like let's say you're against like Vygar, but you're like 0-2, play for shove, right? Or if you're in a hard matchup but you're ahead, play for your 1v1, right? If you are winning or ahead, right? Like let's say you have lost chapter versus shit components, right? Like play for your trades in 1v1 and stack waves. Everything we're saying makes sense so far?
100%. Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Yeah, like you're basically just not playing right now. You're not really playing the game, right? You're just like pushing, resetting, pushing, resetting, pushing, resetting. You haven't actually done anything yet, which is the problem. You're probably not going to have that much. Like, look, Ari's a mid game oriented champ, so if you have an insane mid game, the way you're playing can work. But our goal is to develop holistic skills, right? You want to be good at every part of the game. You want to be you want to do your job at every single portion of the game. Okay. Okay. Nice. I think you were a little too patient here. I think I would have
Yes,
went
I
in
agree. I
here,
agree with you. Yeah,
right here.
100%.
Yeah. Nice. Okay, you got Malignance. You're really strong. So, based off of everything we talked about so far, just to make sure you're understanding, what should your mindset be right now? Based on everything we talked about.
Contest minions against champions that aren't gonna beat the fuck out of me and like actually like kill the other
Beautiful.
person.
Yep, and
Yeah.
specifically right now, this game state, how do we want to lane? What were we gonna do when we come back
Actually
to?
shoving it and looking to mob with Jarvan probably, right?
Yep, because now you're level 9 with your Malignance, correct?
I don't know why I had it in my mind. I watched your video on Ari again,
Yeah.
and for some reason in my brain I think like, oh, I can't like play Ari till I get Lich Bane, but I think that's just like not true either.
Yeah, it's not true. Not true at all.
It's actually cap. I'm just bait myself so hard.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of hard to get the gold for that. Not hard, but like it's kind of late, a little bit later most of the time. I feel like, and then I'm
Yeah.
not impacting when I have items
I, I,
where I should be.
I think the best way to view it is like, let's say this is let's say this is the time of the game, and this is Ari's like power level, right? So around you get Lich Bane, and let's say the game is kind of even. You get Lich Bane around like 20 minutes ish, right? 18 to 20 minutes,
Yeah.
somewhere in that range. So this is what Ari's power curve looks. And let's say Malignance is like here, okay? This is gonna be Ari's power curve, okay?
Yeah.
This is what it looks like, okay? So you gotta remember, Malignance is also an insanely big spike as well. I'll actually show you an example here. Let me just show you, okay? So obviously I'm gonna upload this game on YouTube so you can take a look at it as well as the commentary I did. But obviously I'm against Galio. I'm playing for my 1v1 really hard, so I think I end up getting a pretty decent lead against Galio. Nothing too crazy, but pretty decent. I end up getting a Malignance at a pretty reasonable time. I now Malignance, and I'm like ready to play the game now Malignance. So you're gonna see, right? This whole game I was playing just purely for my 1v1, and the second I had Malignance, look at how I just like literally, I even drop a cannon minion just to be here with my jungler, and we literally win at 3v4. Just look at my damage here with Malignance, just so you see.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to show you because I should hover over the Malignance damage after this fight because I hit bottles on all of them. This is obviously my first ever time using Malignance this game. Look at the damage from Malignance here. I hover
That's
over it in a
wild.
sec. In a sec. Let's see. Where do I hover
I think
over
I'm
it?
kind of trolling my buys too. I don't know.
I swear I hover over it. Look at that.
Yeah, that's wild.
600 from just one fight. And that's not counting the actual damage from my R's, my W's, my Q's. That's just the ground damage. So
That's not even the MR. Yeah, that's nice.
yeah. So like you are really fucking strong in Malignance, especially if you're like ahead of the curve, which you are, right? You're not playing bad, right? I'm not gonna say or pretend like you're playing bad. You're playing really well. I just think you have a lot more room to like fuck up your laner more. You know what I mean?
No, I agree. Yeah, 100%.
Okay, I get your Sorix. You're really strong now. Like I really want you need to start participating in the game now for sure.
Probably get active in bot too, low key, because I see her kind of getting fed.
Yeah.
I think I'll probably just go kill that fucking chick right now if I wanted to.
Yeah. I still think you're too passive though. Like I don't know why you're so far back, right? You should be like trying to like you should like I like the Q, but you should try to angle your Q to like hit the twist of fate as well. You know what I mean? Like what I would
Yeah, I
probably do
gotta
is
get up there.
like go up like this and like try to angle your Q like this through the caster minions to chunk him, right? And push him off the wave because you don't want to just bounce waves with him because you're still more far. Like you want to push and move, but you want to do it in a way where he's not just matching you, right? You want priority. That's the key. You want to be first. So what we're doing by bouncing waves like this, you're not actually first because you're not putting any threat onto him. You see what I mean?
Yeah, probably pussy. 100%.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I got good CS and
Because
everything.
I think the reason why is that you're trying to this is what I mean, right? When I was talking about the start of the session, you're subconsciously changing the way you're playing without realizing it, right? You're recognizing, okay, Lich Bane's a really strong spike with Ahri, right? I'm just gonna wait until I'm Lich Bane and then I'm gonna play the game, right?
100%. No, that's like literally 100% what I'm thinking
Yeah, and so that's
in
fucked
every
you
game.
completely. Yeah,
I got a question too. Can I like
yeah,
time out for 1 second? Just like
yeah.
kind of minor question, probably not important, but
Of
like when it
course.
comes to Lich Bane
Yeah.
itemization and you're buying it,
Data voices
is there like
first,
a
then blasting on.
what's up? What's that, sorry?
Are you asking the item priority, the path?
That's first.
Yeah, this first, then blasting one, Sheen last.
But like you see what I did here where I bought that
Don't
fucking
buy this shit. I would rather you should buy
okay,
control word. So that's another thing. Remember,
100%, 100%.
you're
Yeah.
like an
Okay.
assassin as Ari, right? So you really want control words, right?
That makes sense cuz I think I cucked myself a few times by like buying half items like this when I have a weird back for no
Yeah, like
reason.
this is just a complete waste of gold. Like,
100%. 100
because
I'm
now you're not gonna get
disgusted.
your blasting on, and then also you don't have a control. You don't have a control word down. No.
So blasting one's after the movement speed item?
Yeah,
Sorry.
you want movement speed. Yeah.
I no, I understand that. I get that. Okay, that makes sense. Machine's just ass, eh? That's why. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're too much, dude. You're too much of a pussy, dude. Like, fucking kill these guys. Just kill these
Yeah.
guys. Just R over and ignite this Kaiser and kill her. You have all your tools up. So again, let me just show you again one of my own games here. Where I have Sorks and Malignance. I mean, look at this damage. Like, you're not weak you're not weak when you have these items. Look at this.
No, I know when I do good
Right?
damage too. I don't know what I'm thinking. That's so true.
Yeah, like you gotta be putting some more impact and pressure in the game. It feels like you're too risk adverse. You're too scared of losing, is what it looks like to me. You're too scared of making a mistake, and you're just waiting. I was like, okay, once I get Lich Bane, then I'm strong. Then I make sure that's how I'll win my games. But you're just missing way too many opportunities to play the game right now. And so I want you to look at the snowball effect here. Okay, so you decide instead of going bot to be run mid, right? Which means what? We need to make a play because you decided not to be bot, right? Which is fine.
Yeah.
But because you don't make the play, what happens now to bot priority? Who gets priority over bot?
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
So now they get to make a play while you're bot. You see what I'm saying? So you got to remember, if you're going to deploy mid, that's fine, but you should be willing to look for something. Because if you're not, now once you go bot, now Twisted Fate pushes you in, and now Twisted Fate makes a play and you're not here, right? Or the enemy in general makes a play and you're not here.
There's the FF, yeah.
Okay, still ends up
Oh
being good
man.
though. You do end up picking up the kills. Nice, not bad. Yeah, this by the way, this Sheen item is literally the worst item in the game at this point in the game. Sheen is meant for like a Jack's top as his first base item. So
Oh, I'm coping in chat too, dude. That's
yeah.
so cringe. Could have killed them there for sure.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I do like grouping. This is Ari's identity. Like, you should be here for the fights and the neutrals. So I like this actually. I think this makes a lot of sense. Drop the bot wave, just be here. But like, you're just fucking kill this Kaiser. Where are we going? I mean, you do play the jungler, which isn't terrible, but just it's hard for Ari to kill bruisers, right? Bruisers is Ari's weakness. So I think, in my opinion, you should have peeled for your. Well, actually, let's see who your win con is. Let's go back. Do you press tab? Who's strong on your team?
No, it's not Kate. Kate's like 0-3. But
Okay,
like
if Kate's 0-3, maybe not. But I think if it were me, because you're so fed, I would just try to find a target that's easy for you to burst, right? But I think, if you're gonna play to your win con, like let's say Aatrox and Jarvan or Shog, sure, I can see it.
I think J4 was fed, if
Okay.
I remember. I gotta
Okay,
press
then
tab
I think
more.
that's fine. You don't press tab, so I don't actually know.
Yeah, yeah.
But if let me see, does it show here?
No, I don't know how to turn that on. I gotta get that turned on.
Okay.
I probably press it on my back though.
Yeah, maybe Aatrox is strong as well, so that's okay. I think if you decide to play with them. But then I don't think you should be so scared. I think you should go forward here. You see how you dashed away? You should dash forward on the Twisted Fate, in my opinion, or the Vi.
Yeah.
Play with your Aatrox. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Lich Bane now. Okay, you're very strong, so we should just try to be here for major fights. Not a fan of this R because you're not under any threat yet, right? I would just hold it until you actually get jumped on.
I could go kill that Kaisa if I go right. If I went the other way, I bet you could just burst her right there
Yeah.
anyways. Okay. Oh, maybe not. There's like 4 of them, but
Yeah, because now you know ours, you can't contest that. You have to give. And it makes total sense why you probably are feeling like you're getting tricked in your games. Because if you look at, like, let's just say you look at, so you just send a screenshot of this, it looks like you're completely smurfing, right? And you're like,
yeah.
okay, how can I win games? But in reality, right, it's not that you're not playing, like, you are playing well, but you're missing windows to impact the game, right? Which is, again, you're not trading enough. You're just bouncing waves, right? You're not using your key spikes, right? You're not looking for plays on your own. Like, you're only playing with your jungler, which is like, that's good to get you to like Emerald, right? But past that, you want to, of course, play with yourself and with your jungler. You want to combine everything. When you're strong, like, it's okay to make solo plays, you know? That's okay. And I think that's just overall, you want to impact the map just a little bit more than what you're doing right now. Be a little bit more aggressive when you're on your key spikes. Trade more, fight more, RN more. Okay.
I'm just doing a whole lot of nothing.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of nothing. So I think your options here are either, like, you have a few options here, right? Either get your drive and bot with you, you guys take this and they say fuck Baron, right? And because like you're already going bot, right? So your Baron setup's gonna be bad if you go bot, or you just drop bot from the begin with and you go top and you can test top, right? Overload. So here I just don't like how, yeah, like you said, you're just not really doing anything. Like you cover mid for sec, and then you don't try to make a play on mid, right? You just cover mid without making a play. Then you go bot without making, like, you're Jarvan and you are literally bot right now, right? Like fucking kills Darius. I spam ping to kill this guy. 2v1.
Yeah.
Because the enemy's not even in a position to do Baron right now. Ooh, I don't like how you RE. I think you should just try to get closer to her, then RW auto her, right?
Never reaching.
Yeah, because now you have a charm. Yeah, I think this entire sequence kind of encapsulates kind of your strengths and weaknesses as a player. Like I think you're very good when people make a play, but you're really struggling to determine like how can I be proactive in the game, right? Like feels like you're just a passenger in this game. I haven't seen any proactivity with your pings. I haven't really seen you try to take over the game and try to think about what objective you want to play for. You're kind of just like reacting to everything that's happening on the map, right? And so even though you're fed, you're not acting like the leader in the game. You see what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
So I think this is like the biggest thing. Like you want to act like the train conductor, like the leader. So I want to see more, especially when you're fed, make more proactive plays, right? And get your team aligned with you, right? Like if you are on one side of the map, right? Just like commit to it and communicate, right? That you want people with you. Like just spam ping assistance, right? Or push and move, and then when you're with your team and you have a move timer, right? Communicate that and force a fight, right? Like try to come from fog of war and just like full send it, just go. Because yeah, there's a tie which just basically did nothing, right? I mean, to be honest, the game is like really fucked now. I think you're trying your best. 3 items. This looks good. Just fucking send it. So what I'm noticing is you're using your R for mobility too much, right? Remember, you want to use your R for the damage. So like, look here. Instead of going for the R like that, you should have flash R'd. You see what I mean? Start with your flash. because you
Yeah,
want those portals
I've
line.
started doing that a little bit more now.
Okay.
I've actually kind of made a conscious effort for that.
Right.
I get that.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because if you're aware of that, then that's good. Because we missed a lot of damage there. I think you could have carried this fight easily.
Yeah, I agree, 100%.
Because especially if you're gonna play like how you're playing, you have to carry every fight, right? Because there's not gonna be as many plays on the map because you're playing very very defensively. So you got to make sure you win these fights, right? Okay. Do you have another VOD? Let's take a look at another VOD. We'll see if the issues are the same in in both games.
Yeah. Okay, this one I titled this one "Tough Cast Game," so that's probably a good
Okay.
one to watch.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, we'll take a look at that. And so while you're putting that one up, I want you to try to tell me what your takeaways are from what we covered today. What are the things you are going to focus on?
From this game, or let's like on the next one.
Just from this session so far.
My main thing I'm gonna be thinking about is definitely contesting minions. I think a
Yep.
lot more,
Yep.
especially against like harder matchups. But like
Yeah.
this cast will probably be a good example of the opposite,
Yeah.
anyways. But
Yeah.
yeah, I gotta make more plays. I just gotta use my damage when I'm up. Just get in there. Don't be a pussy. I
Yeah.
don't know why
And
I'm being a
communicate.
bitch.
Oh, is it on private right now? You might have to make it
No,
public.
sorry, I'm uploading it right now. Sorry.
Oh, okay, got you. No rush. Yeah, so exactly. So far, the learning objectives I was set for you, right, is this is really important, right? Get yourself strong, and how you do that is play for your trades more, right? Be intentional when you walk up and trade. Don't just fucking one wave crash. Have more purpose when pushing, right? Then once you're strong, right, like play the game. Like if you're gonna go mid, just fucking send it with R and stuff. So I'd say like send it on key spikes more, right? And then also communicate that. And then I think, yeah, like you said, contest minions. I think that's spot on, right?
I think with my itemization too, I think I've been trolling the fuck out of my games because I know
Yeah,
that like boots upgraded is great, and I think I'm
yeah,
fucking myself by buying troll ass components instead of that too, which
right.
fucks up my spikes a little bit.
Yeah, yeah, spot on.
I'm gonna try now. See
Okay,
if it's there. Yeah,
perfect. Yeah, we'll just take a look at your first 15, 20 minutes on this one as well. See.
cast is hard.
Yeah, Takai's not an easy matchup. I still think you can play the game though, right? So like if we look at this, when's your timer to go for a trade right now? Based on everything we covered,
Uh, maybe like like right now almost okay.
right? Like wait until she's in auto animation for the minion. So you went too early, right? So I would wait until she has to auto that. You see that caster minion that's getting focused? Wait until she
Yeah,
autos that one.
yeah. I think I remember this. I get like queued once and then she eased me like 4 times. I just like
Okay.
GG lands over.
Well, let's take a look. Not bad so far. Don't queue, please. Why do you think this queue's bad?
How did you know I was gonna queue, bro? I don't know.
How did I know you're gonna queue? Because I know you're not focused on this. You're not looking at low HP minions when you use your spells, right?
Yeah,
So what
yeah.
you're doing, this is how I know that you're gonna do this. I can already tell your mindset. You're queuing the second they walk in range for you to queue them, without you even realizing
Yeah,
it. So when Cass walks up, you're thinking, okay, she's gonna trade. I have to queue. But you should not be thinking like that. You should be thinking, when does she need to last hit, or when do I need to use my spells to last hit? So right now you're under no threat. She can't trade with you, and she's not last hitting. There's really no point in queuing. So you just lost 2 minions. You just lost 60 mana, and now you can't contest this wave. Right? Imagine you had Q right now. You actually fight her a little bit, right?
yeah.
Okay.
How long's her queue? How long is her queue?
3.5
Like
seconds.
that like circle thing? Oh,
Yeah, it's
fuck, dude,
3.5 seconds. So you can't punish Cass. You can't play the cooldown game against Cass. The way you beat Cass is wave management game, right? So keep the wave on your side, and this. That's what you're looking
Yeah,
for.
makes sense.
So I think it's fine what you're doing here, being defensive, trying to use your spells on last hits, right?
Is it ever a
So
TP angle against her? Or is that troll? Is it always ignite no matter what?
I personally always go ignite on Ahri. But you can go TP if you feel like you need it. I'm gonna say troll, but that does.
I don't play. I think I've played like one cast this whole fucking act
Okay.
anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. But
Right. I mean, yeah, I don't mind you being a little bit defensive against cast until you're strong, right? Like I said, when you're weak and you're playing defensive, you're just playing for the wave and using your spells on the wave, that's fine, right? But once you have a lead, any sort of lead in your lane, you should completely pivot it. So I think right now is fine what you're doing. Oh. Just gonna find a reset window soon. Okay. Yep. Good. Not bad. Not bad. So this is a great trade window soon here, right? She's got just some low health minions here. You see? I think you're just missing a window right here. She's got to go for that caster minion, right? I think you could have gone for a trade there. You could have already been kind of in position to go for a trade right there, right? Because if she Qs you, you just W back and you're okay, right? So if she just randomly Qs you, then you're fine. And if she doesn't, and she's stuck in auto animation or E animation, that's your trade window. Still not bad. Nice. All right, so we should have a lead now. So now you gotta play to win. Oh man, let's look at this.
I think that. Ooh. That's so
Yeah,
bad.
sad. Okay. Let's compare items. What does she have? Let's look at her items. Okay. Who's stronger right now?
Oh, her. I don't know. Definitely me, right? Yeah.
I think it's you, right? She doesn't have an AP. She has only mana. You have AP. You're basically
Or
up.
can you go back for a second? Can you go back? What was my goal out on my back there?
I think you should
Like I probably
probably
could have.
want what about Dark Seal and
That's what I was thinking too.
yeah,
Yeah, too defensive.
yeah. Got to get more AP and again just fuck her up right now. You're at a point where you can actually win now, right? She has no health yet, and you're up a lot of AP. So I would be like trying to trade right now, especially when the wave is on your side. Like it's again too defensive oriented. Like no reason to Q or W these. Just hold your spells all last hit to trade, and then when she has to walk up, and then when she has to go for last hit, then trade with her, right? So like this is good, but just imagine you actually did this when she has to farm. You know, you just did this like
Yeah.
6 or 7 times. You know, you would just destroy her. Same thing here, right? Like the wave's on your side, bro. You know, same idea. The last hit, last hit. See that caster minion? That's your timer to Q.
Yeah, I think I'm just trying to survive here by just like do this.
Yeah, and I think trying to survive is good early on, but once you were ahead, I don't think you should be doing that, right? You got free
Yeah.
kill, you know? Wow, okay. Nice. So let's compare items. You literally lost chapter, what did she have? Say.
Probably got to chest press tab more. Okay.
Yeah, definitely. Because the key is that you're not being adaptable, right? You're not actually recognizing when am I in a commanding position or not. You're just coming in with general rules, right? Which works very well for intuition-based players, right? You're coming with a rule, like a general rule in your mind. It's like, okay, I'm against Cass. I can't beat her early. Okay, I need to get to Lichbane. Okay, I need to get to Malignance, right? That's your mindset. So because of that, you're not being flexible. You're not recognizing the moments where you actually have a lead, or you're not even trying to find moments where you have a lead by pressing tab and looking at the low states, and then being aggro once you actually have a commanding position. Like again against the TF when you're up like 300 HP because you shit on him early game, right? You just have the
Yeah.
general rule of like, okay, I have to push and move my jungle, right? Or here in this situation, it's like, okay, I have to survive against Cassio, rather than being like, yeah, you know what? I've dark sealed 1 stack. I have lost chapter. Like, I'm not gonna let this guy play the game, you know? Same thing here. Your 2/2 boots. Yeah, way too defensive. Way too defensive. Given the fact that you're ahead of her. Make sense?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. I think this is the core of your problems, right? Like, cause you're not like playing bad. I think you're playing well, but like also you're not doing anything. If that makes sense.
So this pushes fine to level 9, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah. At this point, it's fine. So as a thought experiment, let's say this is like fucking 5 minutes of the game. What would we do?
Let's hold it. Yeah, let's hold it.
Yeah, stack it up. Get the shutdown. You got malignance or blackfire, whichever one you want to buy here with his items. Okay, come back. I mean, what are her? I don't even know what her. Okay, there we go. Dude, compare your items.
Yeah, I'm shitting on her 2 stacks.
Like,
Too.
fight her. You know what I mean? Look at this. You're leaving so much room off the table to put pressure on the games. You know?
I'm just straight up winning a trade with her no matter what, pretty much.
Yeah, like as long as you don't completely end and you miss all your abilities and you tank her entire combo, right? Then you can lose. You know? Like you do have to still play well, but yeah, like you should be trying to definitely. And if you mess up, back up. You know? Like look at this. You land a charm and you're like back clicking. You see? With your items, you should be like hitting her. I can understand if you're 0-2, yeah, you know. So this is kind of just more of a cat specific. She's always gonna try to like go for. She plays like an assassin, kind of. She tries to R from Fog of War because you can't react to her R from the brush, right?
Yeah.
So I'll say that's just like more of a Cassio thing. You don't play against Cassio much. That's fine. Yeah, because I think in a different universe, right? Like, because you know, we're talking about, okay, like if I was playing these games, I would win every game. That's the different. That's one of the big differences. When I have a lead, I'd be pushing the pace, and I would have been like keeping this Cassio under turret with my lead, and be moving on the map, impacting my sides. You know, getting perma prio post level 9. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
Nice. Yeah, because dude, you gotta be trust in yourself more. You gotta play with confidence, bro. It feels like you're not playing with any confidence. Like your fighting is
No,
good.
like I feel like I'm good at fighting too. I don't know
Yeah.
what the hell's wrong with me. Like I don't think I'm like
And
actually
so
that bad.
remember what we were talking about. The first thing I talked about in the session is that you're subconsciously playing differently without realizing it, right? Because you've been losing. That's right there how it manifested. You without even you realizing it, you lost all your confidence without even realizing that, right? You're not playing with any confidence anymore. Okay, let's look at this fight. I think you played pretty well. You get a lot of R damage off. This is good. Yeah, not bad. Very nice. Yeah,
Is
man, you're
your
fighting.
am I trying to like wait for like the puddle to like disappear before I press R
Nah.
again, or like just spam shit?
You
Spam
just,
that
just
shit?
as long as you can get all your R damage off, like all the bullets at people, that's the important part.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
Again, like this is like I shouldn't lose this game, right? Like I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm
So
4-4-0 right now.
so basically, again, you're really fed. So what's the mindset gonna be right now?
Well, I see
Face what
dragons up, so it's
Just
probably
fucking be around your team.
for that.
Either if you're gonna go bot, kill this Cassio, right? Or onto her and kill her and make the map a 4v3, or don't be a bot and be with your team, right? Do something, man.
Yeah.
You're 4-0, right? Look at this. How the fuck is she getting first move? You see what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like fuck it, fight her. Or you know, or just be with your team. Like, let's say for whatever reason, you're like, you know, I can't be Cassio. That's okay. That's a reasonable assessment to make because she's strong 1v1 with her items. That's fine if you're not confident. Then don't even be bot. Be mid. See what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just too late to this play. Like, we should never be second with your lead right now.
Alright, it's time for my aggro arc, I guess.
Okay. Ooh. I think you should have been anticipating his jump. I would have tried to cancel his jump with my charm there, right? I think that's like my biggest critique here.
I had flash too.
Yeah.
I shouldn't die.
Yeah, definitely not. It's okay. You got to shut down though. Yeah, I mean, look at your damage, right? Like, I feel like, yeah, again, like we talked about, just no confidence. Imagine you just did that on that bot play um, before that dragon, you know? It's a completely different fight. Okay, get your
Just
voice.
chasing plays way too much, like all the time.
Yeah, again, like I talk about, you're not being you're so reactive. I have never seen you actually take control of a game, right? And be like, guys, I want to play here. Like, I want to play here. I'm gonna ping this, and I want to make the play. I want my team to cover me, right? It just feels like all you're doing is you're like, reacting to what's happening. It feels like you're just a passenger, you know? You're passenger in your own games.
100%.
Yeah, and then now the game is fucked again, right? So yeah, I think same thing. I think overall, like we just need to take more control over your games, right? And like when you are ahead, right? Like fight, group mid, ping, go, right? Or 1v1 side, etc. Like do something, you know. So I guess just to end the session, let's compare that to my own game. Just you see the difference, right? So obviously I'm pretty fad. Game's pretty even. Their top's a pro player. My jungle is fad. The rest of my team is pretty behind. Sona's fad. Everyone else is really behind. Okay. So what do? Well, keep the push going, right? And again, just be around the area. You know, without R, which is malignance damage really high. You see, like I'm just like I'm not afraid, you know. Like even without R, I'm just like I play with my Lee. I'm on the map, right? Like I want to play the game, you know. Make a winning play, get dragon base, push the wave, immediately start moving. Now after I push, be there for this play again. Just send it. Their tools are gone. Go in, get some kills. Got my Lich Bane, and let's see my pings here.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
That's the asshole for sure.
Yeah, and like same thing here. Like I'm not afraid to 2v1 them when I'm fed. You know, like I'm okay. I'm willing to take a few risks, right? Use my lead.
I get a reset, so yeah,
Yeah, get the
nice. Cool.
resets. Keep going. You know, same idea here. Just again, be here for the major plays. Get my item. Immediately move down. Be here. You know what I mean? It's like just if we compare that to yours, look at how much more proactive with my lead I was. Right, I was basically at every single fight.
Yeah.
So that's the main takeaway. Is like you just overall you need to be more proactive. Does that make sense? Everything we covered today.
Yeah, 100%.
Does that give some direction? Does that feel helpful? Feel
Like
like you get
yeah,
the
100%,
okay.
100%.
Okay, awesome, dude. Do you have anything else you want to ask me? Anything you want to talk about or discuss?
I don't think so. I don't think so. How do I play against Action? That's like the only other question. Is that super specific? Like that's another champion I
Take
gotta
bone
struggle
plating
against.
against him.
Yeah.
Um, and what you got to remember about Akshan is that so the way Akshan works is that he needs to be able to swing onto you. Okay, so it's actually really hard to charm him when he's swinging. So what you
Yeah.
got to do is you got to pay attention to his Q. You got to really dodge his Q because what Akshan will do is he'll Q you or he'll auto you and then E onto you. So space is auto range, space is Q range. Trade only on last hits, and then if you only have one minion alive, one or two minions alive, back off. That's the key to Akshan. Is if you don't just deny him his swing. So what I'd recommend you do is watch how Akshan players swing on the champions. What are the conditions, right? Like visual, like look at it visually, because the main ways is he either marks you with auto or Q, right? Or there's
Oh, does he need to mark you before?
yeah,
Dude, does he need to mark you before he gets? I didn't even know that, bro.
and
Oh my god.
The E only prioritizes champions if he's marked you with his passive. So
I did not even know
he
that.
can't just raw dog E to you on top of a minion wave. He needs either to be only one minion alive because what they'll do is they'll catch you off guard. If they swing when there's only one minion alive, his swing will kill the minion. Then there's no other targets alive, so his E will hit you, right? Or
I didn't even know that, bro. That's actually
yeah,
crazy.
or he'll mark you, or he'll just go on to you when there's from Fog of War, right? So as long as you play around these things and you time your trades the last hits, you'll destroy Octron, right? So like, let's say he has to go for a last hit and he can't auto you or Q you, and you walk up auto W Q run back, you're gonna shot on him.
And what's his invis shit? What is that? How does that work?
So his invis only works when he's like, in a river or against a wall. So he can't jump onto you from the middle of the lane. He needs to be against the
Okay.
wall. So what you're gonna do against Akshan is if you pink like one side of the lane, like what I'll do is like I'll pink here, and this will cover all of this, and you just lean here like this. and he can
Yeah,
never
yeah,
jump on
yeah.
you.
That makes sense.
And so that's what your job is to deny him his jumps.
Yep, that makes sense.
So yeah, I highly recommend if you're struggling with that, ask an Akshan main, right? What are the
No,
conditions to
I
go to?
just wanted to know. No, that makes sense though.
Okay,
That makes sense.
cool.
And one more super quick question
Yeah, of
too.
course.
Are you still playing mage bot lane now if you fail AD carry, or what's it like? What's the deal,
It's
with
still
the
good.
nerfs and shit?
It's nerfed, but it's still good, right? Like if you're Syndra main, like Syndra bot's still totally fine, right? To play as your secondary. I still have to play Hui bot, or I'll play like fucking Yone bot.
I play Zera. I like Zera. It's
Zera's
pretty
good
fucking
too.
easy.
Yeah, I think it's totally fine. Yeah,
Okay, cool. Yeah, send me those notes if you don't mind.
yeah, I sent them to you.
Later did. Cool.
All right, awesome. And I'm gonna get this bot uploaded onto YouTube for you. It will be uploaded in about 15, 20 minutes. And of course, if you have any questions, let me know.